Hello, in today's video, I wanted to go over a question that popped up from Facebook on what does it mean when you keep seeing the number 2? So I'm MarVeena Meek, and I think symbolism is one of the major ways that our angels, our ancestors, our guides, and our teachers, that they communicate with us, because our mind is hardwired for symbolism. So symbolism, whether it's through numbers or animal signs or different glyphs that we see, it's a way that we can tap into some universal meanings of that sign, symbol, or number. And we can use that data to maybe help us to answer some of the questions that we've got going on in our life. So one of you posted on there that you keep seeing the number 2 and you wonder, like, what on earth could the reason be that you're seeing the number 2 all of the time? So what I suggest that you do, first of all, is that you think about the people in your life that might have either been born like on the second day of the month or in February, or maybe they died on either the second day of the month or the month of February. And or if they had a strong affinity with the number 2, like that was their theme. Maybe in school they played football and their jersey was the number 2, or it was just, they just had a special connection to that number and they always wanted to do things on the second day of the month, or to use the 2 vibration. So I would think about special people, probably not just like random people from the past, but more of someone that you really had a strong connection to, or even somebody that that was meaningful to you, like an actor or actress, or someone that might have passed on the second day of the month or had that connection with that number. So just roll it over in your mind and see what you come up with. And it's highly likely that, say, if your grandfather, he wore that jersey in football and he always wore the number 2, then it's likely that he's trying to communicate to you, and maybe your grandmother's still living, but she's going through a hard time. So he might be just trying to get a message to her through you, or just support you for some reason. If you think about it and you can't come up with a personal connection, then you can always go to the universal meanings of that number, and whatever path works for you. So like in the Native American mystery tradition, the number 2 would be connected to Grandmother Earth, to ideas of taking care of the earth, of grounding yourself, and maybe working with nature more to help you to be more grounded, to help you bring some of your dreams into the physical world. When you ground yourself, it helps you to ground your dreams as well. You can work with other mystery traditions as well. So like in some of the Christian mysteries, you'll see the number 2 connected to the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning, the end, life and death, male, female, the sacred masculine, the sacred feminine, the holy marriage. So it might be something with a spouse. So roll those sort of things around in your mind. And any other tool, like of divination, like the tarot tool, you can look up the meanings of the different tarot cards with that have the number 2 connected to them, like the High Priestess in the Tarot, and that deals with the universal principle of honoring your own intuition, of using your natural resources, and not going outside of yourself for information, but thinking for yourself, what do you feel about this? What do you get about that? You can weave in the minor arcana tarot cards. So like your ace of, or you're not your ace, but the Two of Wands is the idea of creating balance in your life. So the Two of Swords is the universal principle of the peace of mind. The Two of Cups are the ideas of nurturing yourself through balanced relationships, and so on and so forth. So look in your own world first about your personal connection to the number 2. See what you get, and then you might weave in some of the universal ideas, and that can help you to figure out why you're seeing this number on a regular basis, and ask your own angels, guides, and teachers to give you some more clues. And you have to create the mindset of being allowing and just trusting that you have put out a question into the universe, and just the nature of the universe wants to answer your question, and will do so by hook or crook, by MarVeena's answer to your question, or maybe you'll get an idea in a dream that just makes so much perfect sense. But somehow or another, the universe will find a way of answering your question if you just allow for that possibility. It might not be in the next 5 minutes, although it might. But just trust that you've sent that question out. It's going to be answered in a timely manner. And sometimes that time is when our own mindset is allowing for the answer. So a lot of times we get set that we want to hear what we want to hear. But when we're open-minded and flexible and allowing, the universe has an easier way of connecting to us and getting us the information that can be useful and helpful. So thank you very much for submitting your question today. And I hope that this helps you out. And if anybody else has questions that they would like to submit, you can do that on the comments here below, or send me an email or a private message, and I will see what I get about it. Thanks a lot. I'm MarVeena Meek. Bye-bye.